Okay, these are the ingredients you're gonna need to make the vegetable egg roll. First up, we have the pastry wrapper or the spring roll wrapper. If you don't have that, just pick up an egg roll wrapper, and you can usually find this at the where the fresh vegetables are, or in the international aisle of the grocery store. And next we have the jamaica. As you can see here, it's pretty much like a turnip, and they call it the Mexican turnip. In my country, they call it a cinco mas, so that's what a jamaica is. And it goes great in salads and soups and even in drinks, so give it a try. It's high in potassium and vitamin C, so yeah. Next we have the yam. It's about a medium yam. And we have a brown onion, and we have some bean sprouts that I picked up on sale, some minced garlic, and some black pepper. And you're also going to need some vegetable oil to cook all of this up. And if you don't want to use vegetable oil, you can always substitute with olive oil, and that's what you're going to need. Okay, for the interest of time, I went ahead and prepped the ingredients already. For the yams and the jamaica, you're going to need to peel the outer skin of both vegetables, and you want to chop them up to almost like small pieces, almost minced. And you're going to go ahead and put the yams first into this cooking pot of oil, about 2 tablespoons of oil, and you're going to slowly saute the vegetables to start. And this is the yams in there, and it's about 1.5 cups of yam, and you want to go ahead and saute it for about a minute or two. And that's about 2 cups of jamaica, and you're going to go ahead and add it and continue sauteing the two together. Okay, after about a minute or two, you're going to go ahead and pop in the jamaica inside. You're going to continue sauteing the two, and afterwards, about another minute or two, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic, minced garlic, and also some of that brown onion. Okay, once it's sauteing, it should look something like this. And you just want to make sure you keep stirring it so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. And you want to keep an eye out on it, and you want to cook the vegetables when they're slightly browning, but not completely brown, because you're still going to end up cooking it a little more while it's inside the spring roll wrap. So go ahead and just keep sauteing the vegetables until they're fully cooked. Okay, looks like the vegetables is pretty much cooked to the point that I want. You're going to finish this off by adding some black pepper, just a little bit of a dash. And you can also add 2 optional ingredients at this point. You could add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, or add like cooked ground turkey or meat or whatever you want to put in it, but I'm trying to keep this a little bit healthy, so I'm not going to put anything else in the filling for the egg roll. And voila, it should look something like this when it's well, not fully cooked, but partially cooked. And you're going to go ahead and set this aside in a bowl to cool, probably about 10 to 15 minutes, so you don't burn your hands when you're working with it, when you're putting it as the filler of the egg roll. So go ahead and transfer this over to a bigger bowl and set for 15 minutes to cool. Okay, here it is cooling off. I tasted it and I thought it needed a little bit more flavor, so I did go ahead and add the 1 tablespoon of soy sauce to the mix, and I added a little bit more bean sprouts. But if you're not a big fan of bean sprouts, you can just keep the recipe as I gave it before, of only 3/4 of a cup of bean sprouts, and we're just gonna wait until this cools off before we make our rolls. Okay, now that the filling has had time to cook, you're gonna go ahead and set up your egg roll making station. And you're gonna need a plate to work on, or a surface, a dry surface. You're gonna need a small bowl of water to seal the wrappers once you have the filling inside, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to wrap the egg rolls really fast. Alright, well, let's go ahead and make the roll. First, you're gonna need to put in your egg roll wrapper flat on your plate, like so. And the egg roll wrapper should be square and paper thin, just like this. And you're going to start off by looking at it like a triangle, or a diamond, like that. And then the lower portion of it, you're going to put your filling. And you don't want to overload the egg roll, so just a little bit, probably like a tablespoon or 2. And you're gonna go ahead and take this part right here, pull it until you're covering the filling. You're gonna take your hand, dip it in the water, wet the edges of the wrapper right here at the left and right corner right here, and you're gonna fold it like an envelope. So if you look at it, it looks like a kind of like an envelope with the flap on the top. And you're gonna go ahead and slowly roll it like this. I'm just gonna make sure everything's all tight as you roll, and when you're about to get to the end, like right there, you're gonna again wet your fingers and wet the wrapper so you can seal the egg roll. And there it is. And usually when you buy your egg roll wrapper, it'll have the directions right here on the back how to roll them, just in case you missed how to do it on my tutorial. Okay, we're ready to start frying them up. You want to go ahead and heat some vegetable oil, and you want to put enough oil so when you put the egg roll in there, it covers it. And on standby right here, a paper towel. I put 2 paper towels on a plate so soak up some of the grease from the oil. And you're gonna go ahead and wait for the oil to heat up and get ready to fry. Okay, and once the oil is ready, you want to go ahead and start putting in the egg rolls. And you probably don't want to put more than like 3 at a time, because it'll lower the temperature of the oil. But yeah, you want to just slowly put them in there, like so, and just keep cooking them until they're about golden brown. Okay, the final product should look something like this. You want to make sure you get the oil nice and drained on the paper towel. And I usually cut it in half, serve it with a nice spicy sweet and sour sauce, and bon appetit, people.